change in the fourth quarter, and credit Rod Carey's team, and came up short.
All right, questions?
Lance, it seemed like it was kind of a tale of two halves almost. I mean, after that touchdown to open the third quarter, I mean, where defensively, what did NIU change where things kind of slowed down a bit for you?
Well, you know, they got both defensive ends on the field, and created some pressures. You know, I think a big part of it also was we got stops, but field position changed quite a bit. You know, the play calls kind of changed a little bit. They, in the first half, we stayed out of third and longs, and did a really good job. Second half, not as much, and you saw where, their pass rush really started to take effect.
Vince, where in particular was the turning point in this game when it really steered it in favor of Northern Illinois?
The turning point, or all turn? I mean, there's a couple. Well, they probably the holding call was a big one. We were driving, and but I think they had a couple other quick strikes as well. That's why I say I think there was a couple, but not sure the exact time when that penalty came, and it was a first down, and then they either start burning timeouts, and we're kind of back in the groove a little bit.
For Tyree and Khalil, just can you believe it? Are you what are your emotions right now?
I'll go. Really, we're just proud to be on this team, man. Coach Lipo did an incredible job this year, leading us and directing us this whole year. Man, these boys in the locker room just wish it was the other way. They played their heart out. It's tough. It happens like this. This is life sometimes. And I'm just thankful to be on this team with my brothers.
Yeah, like Tyree said, this entire year, we waiting for this moment, and it definitely hurts. But just, the guys in the locker room, we're a family, and we're gonna find a way to get through it. For it to happen as a senior, it definitely hurts a lot. But it's life. It happens.
Lance, are you surprised that they passed the ball? I mean, they were not a real prolific passing as well as they did.
No, because early when we got the film, I went and watched all 12 games from most recent to the end, and they had some opportunities and did some good things. In some games, they had some drops and some and it just wasn't clicking for them. But like one of those throws he had early in the half, he made that throw early in the year, just dropped it right in. And again, I thought he was highly underrated. So and you could see the size and athleticism that they also had at the receiver spot. It wasn't overly surprising, and to our credit, at that time we kind of forced them into some of that, and they got us on a double move and a couple things, and but again, it was kind of forced them to, and for them to do that, I guess you have to again give them credit.
Lance, obviously, they deserve a lot of credit, but your team has been able to adjust and adapt in game to so many situations this year. What was the biggest factor in the second half that didn't allow you to curtail that comeback?
Well, the comeback was just with such little time. We got another penalty, for legal man downfield, and but before that, I think it was the down and distance situations that allowed them, the third longs, that allowed them to kind of pin their ears and get after us and cost them, things, had some sacks, and those are the things I think that they did that probably prevented that. But again, proud of this group, the way they battled. It's a crushed group of guys in there.
Question for Tyree. What difference did Cochran make coming in the second half? How much did that change dealing with the pass rush?
I think really, like Coach Lipo said, it wasn't anything that they did. It was kind of us hurting ourselves and being in 3rd and 10. When it's 3rd and 10, those defensive ends can kind of put their ears back and, come off the ball full speed and expect the pass. So, I mean, our offensive line played great all year, and they played great this game. And like I said, it was just more so us just putting ourselves in bad situations. The offensive line played great.
Tyree or Lance, NIU's pass defense, especially in that fourth quarter, did it grow stronger as the game went on? Or was it just a matter of you were making more mistakes against a team that pressured you?
Like I said earlier, I think that it was due to being in 3rd and 10. When it's 3rd and 10 and 3rd and long situations, the defensive backs can kind of play the sticks and back up and squat on stuff and kind of, play the pass. So I think that it was just us putting ourselves in bad situations.
Lance, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, and thing was, Anthony Johnson really fought through the second half. Didn't play every down, wasn't able to play every down. So, but that's the game. You get shorthanded at times. But when you look at the things from the first half to the second half, Anthony was only playing in certain situations, and again that again you're not firing on all cylinders when a guy like him's not on the field. So. Yeah, there's some things there, but it went into the total scope of, I think, field position, down and distance situations, and again, they capitalized on it.
What was his situation? What did he have?
Leg.
Coach, win or lose, you usually have the 24-hour rule. You guys know you have another game coming up in about 3 weeks. How quickly do you want to turn forward, knowing what you just went through?
How fast you want everybody to flush it, but this one stings, and it's going to for this group because they've worked so hard. There's we have to move on, and it'll be Sunday. We'll get together and and hopefully find out where we go. You never know.
For Tyree and Khalil, despite today's result, how proud are you to head back to Buffalo tonight or tomorrow and really show the pride in what you've accomplished for this team this season?
Like I said, it's a blessing to be on this team. It's a blessing to be with these coaches, these players, and it's tough, man. It's tough when you see your brothers like that, and it's a sad locker room, but I'm proud to play on this team. I'm proud to play for Buffalo. I'm proud for all of it. So I'm be proud.
Yeah, definitely very prideful. It's a blessing, man. Just being on this team, Coach Leipold, taking a chance on me, just to be a part of this group, it means a lot. Like, this locker room isn't a locker room like any other team, and that's why I think it's gonna sting for so long. But going back to Buffalo, definitely gonna be proud.
Lance, you hurt them with blitzes a bunch, but he did keep some plays alive on some of their drives with his elusiveness. Could you just talk about what what he did to kind of?
And he showed that before, and as I said earlier, he's in a group of quarterbacks in our league that have a good knack of making people miss once they scramble, and he keeps plays alive, and he did that. All in all, I thought we had a decent tackling night. But there are some plays there that, but I think those balance out as the game goes on. But he played really well, especially the second half.
Lance, you mentioned how proud you are of them for the year they've had. I know it's fresh. What was your message to them in the post-game locker room?
How proud I was of them, how they've competed, and I don't really have a complete answer on how it played out yet. Got to look at some things yet. I've got some good ideas. But again, that's my message to them, win or lose, was going to be what also was this team has the opportunity to do something that this program has never done before, and that's to win a bowl game. And when we find out, and hopefully find out what that is, we'll have an opportunity to prepare for that.
This question's for Khalil or Tyree. With that in mind, with the preparation for the bowl game, resiliency's really been a key word for this team all season. How important will that be when you go and preparing for your 14th game this year?
Yeah, I think it means a lot, and I think this team is going to do it. Like I said, it stings just based on the fact that we work so hard, but. Yeah, I mean, if you're wondering if this team's going to bounce back and be ready for that 14th game, I'm 100% guaranteeing that we will be.
Khalil, Tyree, and Coach Leipold, thank you for your time. We'll let you get back to the locker room.